Last year, I invested in Treasury Bills for the first time in my life. Well, now 1 year has passed, and I'm going to let you know everything you need to when it comes to investing in Treasury Bills in Ghana. Is it safe? Is it good? Does it make sense? Well, stay tuned to find out. Now let me tell you the story of how I started my first ever Treasury Bills investment. So yeah, I went to the bank, I went and I asked them, hey, I want to invest in Treasury Bills. They give you a form to fill. You have to have your Ghana card. You need 1 or 2 passport pictures. So they stick it to the form so it's proof that it's you. And then you fill it and give it back to them. You don't get a certificate that, hey, I have invested in Treasury Bills, this is my certificate. No. You don't get an email that, hey, I've invested in Treasury Bills. The second bank I did get an email for the first time ever I invested in Treasury Bills. But the second time I didn't get that email. But you don't get any solid hard copy that says I have invested and this is what I'm going to get after 6 months, 3 months, or a year. So you are done with the form, you go home, they send it to the Bank of Ghana. When everything is done, you get a debit alert. So your money is deducted from your account and sent to the Bank of Ghana. 1 year from then, or 6 months or 3 months, whichever option you choose, that's the money you get. If you do 1 year, you get a higher profit or a higher interest rate. If you do 6 months, it's a bit lower than 1 year. 3 months is much lower. So I did 1 year and I just moved on with my life. I was like, okay, let me try investing 20,000 cedis. And I just moved on with my life because I'm not going to use that money for anything. Unfortunately, the inflation rate in Ghana is very high. So if you keep your money in a normal savings account, it doesn't make sense. You are losing money as time goes. So 1 year later, I received this text message. Yes, a credit alert for my investment. Yeah, it feels good. It feels good to get that money free without having to work, without having to do anything. It felt really good receiving a credit alert. But for this investment, I chose a rollover option. So what a rollover option is basically compound interest. The money I make, I don't get it back. The profit is added to the principal. So if it's 20,000 and I made 6,000 extra, it's now 26,000 I'm investing for the next year in Treasury Bills. Though unfortunately, it will not be the same 30% rate. I think this time it's about 23% the time I reinvested it. But then it will build up and I'm not taking it out for a long time. Now people may say, okay, you've not experienced taking the money out. How sure are you that your money is safe? Well, this is where bank number 2 comes in. So I went to bank number 2 and I sat there. I was like, yeah, I want to invest in Treasury Bills. And they give me a form to fill, passport picture, everything. And I filled the forms, everything, and I gave back to them. I went home. This bank sent me an email. They told me, September, you are receiving, I did 6 months instead of 1 year. So September, you are receiving 2,700 cedis as interest for investment. Very neat. So I knew exactly what day to receive that money. And September came, that was last year. I received the money and it entered my account. And then another 20,000 was reinvested in the Treasury Bills. So it will take me about 5 years to make back my principal. For that day going, after 5 years, it's going to be free money coming in. So yeah, Treasury Bills is very safe. But of course, my first bank investment, since it's compounding, is going to make much more money than my second bank investment where I'm taking the profits every 6 months. Because I'm not reinvesting, it's not compounding. It's always fixed 20,000 I'm investing. But in my first bank, every year, the profit is reinvested and reinvested and it's becoming more. And in 20 years, if the interest rate is 20%, in 20 years, I will make $1 million. So 20 years from now, if I don't do anything in my life, I'll be a millionaire from this Treasury Bills investment. That's if the interest rate is 20%. So that's it. That's all you need to know about Treasury Bills and investing in Treasury Bills in Ghana. It's not complicated. They will take you, the bank that I go to will take you through the entire process. When the time comes, you get your money back. Believe me, if I had $1 million, I would just put it in Treasury Bills, and every year I can make, if it's 20% per year, every year I can make 200,000. If it's 10% per year, every year I can make 100,000 free. You know how much 100,000 cedis for free is? That's like you're working in a job making 8,000 cedis a month. That puts you in the upper 1 to 5% of Ghanaian earners, and you're not doing anything because you invested, and that's every year, not doing anything. So it's worthwhile. If you haven't, you can start with something small. You can even start with 50 cedis, 100 cedis, let it compound, and over a period of time it can become big. You don't need too much money to start. Even 1,000 cedis, just leave it there. You're not using every single cedi in your account, so it's better to put it somewhere where to multiply than just keeping it in your accounts and it's losing value every single year. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got a lot of value from it. Thank you very much for all my subscribers. I'm at 648. Shout out to each and every one of you and anyone who consistently watches the videos. I'm grateful. See you on the next one. Peace.